Okay.
Sorry, my name's Ellie, and this is the Day I Was Born speech. What would you do if you had a profit, or what would you do if you had $23 million? According to National Information Services on the Numbers website, George Lucasfilms was given $23 million to produce the second Star Wars movie made, The Empire Strikes Back. After the first movie made a $775 million profit, they knew Star Wars was going to be big. But just how big, they weren't exactly sure. But today I'm going to tell you all about the grossing and attendance of the second Star Wars made compared to the first one, as well as the grossing of the seventh movie that was released this past December. The first movie was made back in 1977. The Numbers website tells us that it had a worldwide grossing of $790 million. With inflation of today, the inflation calculator on Dollars Times website tells us that this would equal about $3 billion in today's monies. This is a huge shoe to fill, and we were able, and then the second Star Wars movie ended up having a worldwide profit of only about $530 million, with a domestic premiere opening of $1 million. This seems like a flop compared to the first movie. However, let's look at a few more facts. Robert McFarlane wrote an article called "The All-Time Tops 232 Movies by the U.S. Theater Attendance." When you first look at the website, the second movie listed is the fourth Star Wars, the first one made, A New Hope. This movie had 194.4 million people attend. Then if you scroll down just a few more spots, down to number 14, there were only 100.4 million people that attended this film. This is 100 people shorter than that, so shorter than the first one, so it didn't seem like it did such a great job, but we can look at a few numbers for this. The second movie grossed $534 million according to the Numbers website, but it only spent $23 million producing it and had a profit of $511 million. So where does this leave George Lucasfilms? The future of Star Wars seems to be pretty good with having such a good profit, although it didn't seem like it did as great of a job compared to the first one. George Lucasfilms paired up with Disney this past year and came up with the seventh movie. 4 movies and 35 years later, the seventh movie, The Force Awakens, comes out and had a premiere weekend opening of $248 million. That's a profit of $48 million from a $2 million budget, $200 million budget. As a worldwide grossing, it's still out in theaters today, and as of 6:30 last night, it has grossed $1,986 million. In my speech, I've said millions a bunch of times, but between George Lucasfilms and Disney now has gotten a part of it. They've made billions and billions of dollars. Soon there will be 9 movies made, and they've earned billions of dollars. So although the second movie didn't compare well to the first one, they were still able to keep the dream alive and have Star Wars lovers be able to come up with 3 new trilogies coming up in these future years. So how much money can Star Wars end up making?